Hey, my name is PolishLynx, welcome to Sunrider Liberation Day Return, and we are heading for the next ending of the next girl. And the ending we are aiming for, you can see behind these options right now, and her name is Claude. To get this, we need to go to Ikari for the help, and because we've done this in the previous episodes, we can basically without filling any guilds skip the text to the next choice. At least that's how I feel at the moment. No matter how much I would actually like Ikari's ending to be the only ending. No, that would be bad. Actually, having a choice is a good thing here in this game. At the moment, not like before when it was scripted the way it was. But it led to a great options after all. Don't blow the cover, so basically we hide, we don't help the crewmen, and the drone attacks us. So that happened as well before, and I've been through this as well, so that's how it's done. Obviously we are fighting the drone in the tunnel, and yeah, that will lead to exploding this thing with a bit of a trick. Later on we are talking again with Ikari, which is the same talking as before. But this time we are going to use certain body doubles sitting in our bike right now, who looks almost identical to that little piece of crap. We can put Lynn under and then swap her with that piece of crap in the sickbay. Unless someone were to take a really close look, nobody would be able to tell the difference until Lynn wakes up. Understood? Okay, so here's the plan. Claude is going to go down the brig and pretend she's the Timeline's doctor. This Timeline's doctor. She'll convince the guards that Lynn has contracted a nasty case of the serum measles and needs immediate medication attention. She'll then cart a sedated Lynn to Deck Zero, handcuffed to a medical trolley. Meanwhile, I'll go into the sickbay and distract this timeless Claude. I'm sure it will be a piece of cake. Ikari will wait outside the sickbay until Claude arrives with Lynn. While I'm distracting the other Claude, Ikari will sneak in and swap through that little piece of crap with Lynn. Once you've grabbed that little piece of crap, fall back to crew quarter A, which is currently unoccupied. Secure her there and wait for me to arrive. I'll try to beat a house retreat as soon as we can. Once we've regrouped, Claude will use the floor access hatch to relocate that girl to maintenance room D4, while Ikari runs to the mess hall and calls the other Kaito sheets out on the comm. I'll then use that chance to sneak into my office and send Fontana an encrypted call. Do you get all that? Answer, Captain! Let's roll! Alright, good luck. So basically Claude goes with the crazy diarrhea again. Crazy diarrhea plan. And it worked. Now we are here talking to Claude again. And in the meantime, Lynn is put in the place of the little traitor. And unfortunately we still have to leave the sickbay without the holo. And yeah, that's how it is. After all, now we are here. Obviously we have the girl, but yeah, the text is the same, even though it was an exchange of people. So basically now we are too deep into this, of course, Claude, yeah, right? We have to go with this plan. We can't change anything. So yeah, that's how it is. And she woke up, and that's not good. And what's going... What? Wait, that's different! No matter explanation. This truth is your prototype. Claude report turned out to be incorrect. She did some more tests and found without a doubt that you are another shell drone. Clone. No way! Don't worry, I'll still make sure you're not harmed, but you have to stay put for a while, until the rest of the prototypes are defeated. You could be mind-controlled by the leader at any time, so this is for everyone's safety. But this means I won't be able to start bakery with Kaito. Yes, you won't be able to stay bakery with me, because I never planned that. Ha ha ha. Well, you probably will be able to have children, but definitely not with me. Not going to happen. I never wanted this. What the hell? Huh? He knew this was going to be difficult to explain, but he had to make sure she understood. And she fell anxious as quick as she entered her fit of frenzy. Then she snapped awake. Except this time she was different. Okay, we did well to see through the plot. And shock and body jack. Now prototype leader. Okay, but I don't think I have the back plan on my own. I didn't have back. Okay. Alright, so the lights off and she goes. Alright, that's the scene I know, but we know that from the other other ending. Put his hole out and put, okay, confirmed Hikari will be safe, however, a little piece of crap was nowhere to be seen. All remained was a freaking broken fragments of the chair and cut rope on the floor, which one might think is a dildo. A handheld laser cutter, okay, that's right, I told you. Scythe cigarette continued to boost on the floor. Yeah, one would mistake it with a dildo, as I said, until she'd pick it up and shut it off. Did you see which direction to go? Negative, it was pitch black and the sound of the cutter covered up all her movements. We've been bad. Head, shit, I made a mistake. Should have known that she could be butt jacked at the night. That's exactly what Lynn told me when we escaped on the lifeboat together. All this talk about preventing her from entering the mainstream confused me into thinking we'd be safe as long as we got her before then. Well, the easiest way would be to kill her. But never mind that. That's just my suggestion. No, the reason why we have to prevent her from entering the mainstream is to prevent the prototype leader from body jacking her after the leader is dead. She can be body snatched whenever the prototypes want, while their leader is still alive. Wait a minute. She just looked around and realized that Claude was nowhere to be found as well. Claude! Did she get her? No way, she isn't powerful enough to get Claude on. Even while under the control of prototypes, then Claude must have vanished of her own will. Damn it, now that she's explained all the rules of the game, she expects me to figure out the rest on my own. Ha! She's probably still watching me, eagerly waiting for my next plan of action. Yeah, sorry. She definitely is doing that. Close God, where did she vanish to? And now we have a new huge problem. The product leader set out this trap for us, and we just stepped right into it. Sunrider's main reactor has been remotely shut off. Without it, we won't be able to get an FTL transmission sent to Fontana. Even worse, we're essentially sitting ducks for the loyalist pack fleet now, unless we can get power restored ASAP. This ship is going to be destroyed. Shh, I can't be careful so easy. If I can get to the engineering, I might be able to restore the ship's power. It's a long shot, but maybe I can undo whatever the project has done to our systems. But wait, Zarneg also has an emergency FTL transmitter which operates on a separate battery pack. It's all the way down at Dock 2, Section 47, but if we get to it, we could get the message sent to Fontana even without power. Section 37 too far from here. Here's what we should do. I can probably figure out what she's done to our main reactor. I'm going to run to engineering to restore power. While I'm doing that, you can go to emergency FTL transmitter and send Fontana the message. Sounds like a plan. Glad to help you on my side, Hikari. Heh, don't worry, I'll get the ship operational again. Okay, 50 hours before Massacre and 14 before Mainstream. Shields ran into the closest maintenance tunnel and headed down to Deck 2. This time, alone. The backup comes one of a few systems which keep operating under battery power when the ship loses power like this. Basically, when the ship's disabled, we need to be able to breathe and call for help. That's why life support and the FTL com keep working. It's a lot more limited than the regular ones though. We can only transmit the next message less than 120 characters, which is freaking less than in a normal text message. Weird, isn't it? But never mind. And the message can only be broadcast on the Intergalactic Distress and Rescue channel. Another problem is that the batteries are still nowhere powerful enough to power life support for the entire ship. That is going to get really thin on Tech 2 real fast. All the lifts and ramps are offline as well, so I'll be crawling through about 300 meters of maintenance tunnels. After roughly half an hour of climbing down ladders and crawling through maintenance shafts hardly wider than savage pipes, Shields could begin to see his breath turn into frost vapors. The air was no longer as rich with oxygen, making the trek all the more arduous. The outermost sections of the ship were quickly dissipating, had hit into space, and life support was slowly losing the battle to keep the extremities of the ship fit for human life. The walls were now frozen, solid with a thin layer of ice, while small icicles hang from the pipes running along the wall of the tunnel. Shields' head spun thanks to lack of oxygen, which only made the numbness in his fingers and toes worse. Shit, I completely forgot how much I hated the cold. I remember I used to complain to Alpha every day during the winter about our school uniforms. The military uniforms we have now are of course made from thermowave and can retain body heat much better than wool, but I need something closer to a black suit to keep myself protected against elements like this. Finally, Shields arrived at a tiny alcove in the tunnel. With trembling hands, he removed the wall panel, exposing the controls of the FTL com. Icicles hang from the comms cables, while a thin layer of frost caked the steel casing. God damn it, this thing had better still be working. He pressed the activation button, but the com showed no sign of life. Shit. What the hell is wrong with this thing? He tried to troubleshoot the problem, making sure all the cables were connected. Finally, he came upon a single unplugged cable, dangling at the bottom of the case. Unfortunately, the cable slot was now obstructed by a solid block of ice, making it impossible to plug back in. He tried to force the cable steel rod into the receptor, but the hole was completely filled with ice. Frustration bubbled instead of him. Who had dropped the ball and left this cable unplugged? Was it a member of the maintenance crew? A malfunctioning repairer? His head spun thanks to oxygen deprivation, making it impossible to think logically. Shh! I have to remain focused. Put plug into receptor. That's what we're here to do. Someone accidentally left the cable unplugged. I won't be able to turn the com on without it, but the receptor's now frozen solid. Shit. Shields racked his brain for a way to tap the ice inside the receptor. The plug was hardly larger than a pen. It wouldn't take much heat to melt the ice inside, but without the proper tools. He wasn't thinking properly. He should have come prepared with a blowtorch or something. Hindsight is always 20 out of 20. Shh, there's only one option. I'm going to cross the charges of the battery. It will make the power cables overheat and melt the ice away. Thanks to oxygen deprivation and his grim realization that they would not last much longer in the cold, Shields immediately unplugged the two power cables and crossed the charges without a second thought. As expected, the power connections from the battery telecom unit began to emit smoke. It's the same thing as before, but he's still alone here. The smell of ice burned Shields' nose as the power cable suddenly became extremely hot. Suddenly sparks flew from the com box as a conduit burst. Shields uncrossed the charges in panic. On the bright side, the ice was now melted from the receptor. That is, if he didn't just blow up the com. He grabbed the cable and successfully plugged it in. Did it work? Or did I just melt the only com we could use to warn Fontana's fleet? He took a deep breath and turned the com on. He breathed out in relief when it amazingly activated. We're in business! Damn, I can't believe I actually did a thing like that. If Alpha were here, she'd probably murder me. But looks like Lilacs is still holding. Fontana, you better read this message and after everything went through to send it. Shields used the comms keypad to type out the warning to Fontana and relayed it. Now all we can do is pray someone on board Fontana's ship is watching the distress channel and takes the message seriously enough to relay it to Fontana. Shields reattached the wall panel, once again closing the comm. Shields made his unwavering slow return to the center of the ship. His extremities were now completely numb and his consciousness faded in and out because of the thin air. The return trip proved far more difficult than his first expedition. Worse still, since he was heading to deck 1, he now had to climb up frozen ladders, instead of climbing downwards. Shields carried on by himself, his ragged breaths freezing into vapor clouds in front of him. His knees and hands burned from hours of crawling through the Sunriders. Frozen maintenance tunnels. Hours? I guess he isn't very athletic. He knew he had to head deeper into the ship quickly, before his body gave out on him. If he fell unconscious here, he would surely freeze to death before anyone could find him. I can't give up. Now, when I finally managed to send a message to Fontana. He came upon another, roughly 15 meters high. With a deep breath, he clambered up, desperate not to lose any more time. His throat burned with each step upwards. His fingers were trembling. His feet unexpectedly gave out halfway up the ladder, making him tumble down and bang his other knee on the ladder step. Agony shot up his thighs. He begged his arms to hang onto the ladder, but his fingers were now frozen solid. The corners of his vision blacked out as his lungs screamed for more oxygen. The pain finally proved too much to bear, and his foot slipped off the frozen step. Shields flailed as he fell down the rest of the ladder, until he hit the ground flat on his back. He felt as if he had been impaled upon a spike. With a gasp, he exposed a final pitiful breath of air before darkness descended upon him. He woke up, enveloped in warmth. Huh? What's going on? The last thing I remember is falling off the ladder. I am dead? One look around revealed that he was still in Sunrider's maintenance units, so he was most certainly not dead. He groped around for his surroundings and grabbed a large, squishy mass floating over his head. What's this? Feels nice. What the? Hera? Yeah? Shields pulled himself up, only to receive a face full of Claude's massive mummies. She seemed completely unfused by his accidental fall, however. Captain, you're finally awake. Claude was thought you were about to hit another bad end. Hey. I haven't hit any bad ends so far. I'm leaving them for the end, okay? To see what would happen if I made a mistake. Claude, how did you get here? She realized he already knew the answer to the question and decided to replace it with a more helpful one. Why did you come here? I'm always in the voice to rescue my poor darling, of course. I can't have you die in such an anticlimactic fashion, and it was my lucky chance to nurse you back to health, using nothing more than my body warmth. Shields shuddered and checked himself to make sure everything was still as he had left it. Claude's here to help, even if the captain thinks I'm nothing but nuisance. Look here, Claude, you vanished on me at a pretty important moment. Just what are you doing? Disappearing and reappearing on a whim like that. Can't you at least be a little more helpful? Well, I'd actually be for the best if I kept my power research to minimum. As I said, the law of causality is quite a forceful man when it comes to treating naughty-time paradoxes like myself. If I become too noticeable... I'm afraid the law will grab poor Claude by the hair and push her down and pound her until she vanishes off the face of the universe. Usually things are alright as long as I don't touch the time machine, but the more I flick my secret time button, you get my drift, Captain? Shields rubbed his face in frustration. That seemed like a common occurrence whenever he was speaking with Claude. Before he could get off her lap, she wrapped her arms around his face. Your body was almost frozen solid when I found you. Yeah, Claude had to strip off everything and devil with my love to restore your HP. It was a long process, but gradually your power began to fill back up with blood. Until it stood on end, about to burst from all the love that this maiden was giving to restore her beloved back to health. It was at this point that this maiden was confronted with a true dilemma. Do I let the HP gauge burst and start over from zero, or do I keep it at maximum strength? And it was a truly nightmare choice. Alright. She shuddered at what may have happened while he was unconscious. Well, I don't feel the reason why anyone would mind that. For the better or worse, his body felt restored to health at least. Whatever Claude had done to him, he felt light as a feather, as if he had just woken up from a refreshing sleep. Thanks for saving me then? Oh, this is quite rare. The captain actually thank you, Claude. He sighed. I would have died out here if you hadn't come, so I guess I at least owe you my thanks. I could think of a whole lot of other ways you could repay this debt. How about a quickie? Right here. Any trace of gratitude vaporized from Shield's mind at Claude's outrageous suggestion. Like we could do it in the middle of a frozen maintenance shaft, you dork. For a chance with you, Captain, Claude will move the mountains and create new stars. I was the fool. Like anything would come out of being grateful. Let's just get a move on. I don't appreciate this sudden react, Captain. This ship already has plenty of those. Do I look like he carried you? Lame. Looks like you just lost your chance at holding these godly boobs in your palms, Captain. Claude winked as she jiggled her chest. She'd finally managed to peel Claude off him and sit back up. But... wait, can you... hold it. Okay, but actually he squeezed them before, so you know. But still lost the chance. Okay, so are we planning on sticking around this time? Of course, Captain. Unless another sticky situation happens where I might be forced to use my powers, of course. Right. Well, I'll try to stay out of trouble then. So, how long was I out? For about an hour. Shh, we better move. We wasted too much time here. The ship is still without power. We need to head to engineering and figure out a way to turn the reactor back on. Understood, Captain. Now, shall Claude go up the ladder first? No. I'll take point. Follow me. Boo! And I took the extra effort to wear my special panties for you today. You see, that's exactly what I was afraid of. Now, it's not the time to fool around, Claude. Let's move. Sa 47 hours before massacre, 11 before Mindstream. After what seemed like an eternity, the pair finally returned to the ship's core. They sighed in relief as their air once again became thick with oxygen and the frost on the tunnels gradually disappeared. Alright, now let's restore the ship's power. The only way to do that is to head to engineering and figure out that what was done to the main reactor. Looks like there's no way around revealing ourselves to the crew for this. I guess to be on the safe side, I should stay hidden in the tunnel. I don't want risk realizing that the doctor is at two places at once. I'll keep watch and warn you if the other Kaito Shields throws up. Okay, I'll go down there and see. Before Shields could finish, the ship shook as massive explosion back to who? Ah, damn! What was that? Oh, the ship's under attack. Shit, didn't it happen? It didn't happen in my lifetime timeline. We've already altered the course of history by revealing ourselves to the prototype leader before the final battle. Is she now going to use this opportunity to kill us all here? Come on, let's find out what's going on. Shot Pentune's gate and entered engineering. Crewmen scrambled as the ship shook. Pipes burst through the room, spewing clouds of vapor. Without any power, the ship was both toothless and blind. Shit, I should have seen this coming. Of course the prototypes would exploit an opportunity like this to sink the ship. Shields ran to the reactor's controls and found the Carrie furiously pounding away on the console. Carrie, what's the situation? There you are, did you manage to send a message? Yeah, how's the things on this end? I've been trying to hack the logic bomb that little piece of crap set up for us in the last few hours. Luckily I think I found a weakness. The ship took another hit, knocking the two of them off their feet. Damn it! Shields screamed to a crewman. What's the situation? Sir, Crow's Nest reports that the Park fleet has advanced on our position. The combat fleet is trying to hold back, but they are getting decimated by a new enemy rider, unlike anything we've ever seen before. New enemy rider? Shit, that can only mean. Yeah, she'll still vividly remember the terrifying power of the Nightmare Ascendant. Only with the combined fleet, Fontana's ships and the Sunrider at full capacity, acting together did they manage to take it down in his timeline. But now, he had no idea whether Fontana's ships were even operational, while his own vessel was completely shut down. In other words, unless he found a way to restore power, they were all going to be dead in moments. Cap, as I was saying, there is a way to turn the reactor back on, but problem is, you're going to have to go inside the reactor first. Oh, man. So this is happening again. I'm not already liking this sound of this. I don't know how to, but whoever shut the ship down managed to get his hands on the little piece of crap's command ID. Well, that's obviously her. The only two people who have higher access clearances are you and the commander. I've managed to rewire the engineering base security grid to permit to an override. Only problem is that the hack requires you to swap your command ID on the reactor's narrow control relay. Why the hell is it inside the reactor? The console is just used for maintenance tasks when the reactor's been shut off, but basically this is the only console in the engineering the perpetrator of this attack didn't have access to. Thanks to that, I was able to open up a backdoor to regain control over the reactor systems through it. Don't worry, you have 20 seconds after you swipe your command ID on the slot before the reactor turns back on. Just climb back up once it's done? You've got a beginning. However, when Sunrider took another massive hit, causing a beam to drop down from the ceiling and smash a row of console shields, realized he didn't have any time to contain. God damn it! He gritted his teeth and pulled himself over to the other side of the railing, which blocked off the reactor shaft. In reality, the steel column in front of him was merely the tip of the reactor. Below him, a massive chasm actually housed the majority of the Sunrider's fusion reactor, which was shaped like an enormous sprouting onion. He jumped off the ledge onto a ladder, leaning down into the reactor's bulb-like bottom. Just as he grabbed on the ladder, the ship took another hit. Shit! He lost his footing and hung on the ladder for dear life as his legs flayed below him. He managed to regain his balance amidst his curses. Worst day ever. He climbed down and spun a steel wheel which opened the reactor's gate. However, the next thing he saw when he entered the reactor made his jaws drop. An enormous cavern of steel, surrounded by all sides by enormous spires. Where the hell is the console? He scanned the spherical dome for anything resembling a workstation to no avail. Finally he gave up and poked his head back outside. Ikari, where the hell is the console? Ikari looked down and hauled back. It should be right there. It's a still jungle in here. I don't know what's what. For the love of... Aren't you the ship's captain? Captain, not engineer! Ikari nearly fell down the chance herself when another enormous explosion shook the ship. Shields heard screaming and the crushing of steel above him. What just happened? Nothing, half engineer just collapsed, that's all. Look for 2 red stripes. The console will be between them. Okay, there is 1 stripe here and 1 stripe here, so the console is... where? Oh yeah, I would guess it's somewhere in here, but... 2 red stripes, got it. I think that's red, maybe it's white actually, maybe it's just lighting. Shields re-entered the reactor core and desperately looked around for the red stripes. Red stripes. There it is, I see it! He ran across the core as the entire ship rattled. Shield swapped the command ID located on the cuff of his wrist against console's reader. The console screen came to life and displayed various glyphs beyond Shield's comprehension. However, he understood clearly what the countdown timer from 20 meant. I think that means I have to haul us out of here. The reactor began to come back to life. Sparks began to fly from the top of the spires as shields sprinted across the core. Suddenly, the entire spherical interior began to revolve around the middle circle where the exit was bored through. What in? Red stripes. You see any red stripes here? Okay, so this was white after all. I still don't see the red stripes. Never mind. Shield sprint suddenly became futile as the entire room began to revolve the opposite direction of where he was running. Wrong way! Shield turned around and ran the other direction. The gate fast approached him as the revolving floor now added to his speed. He had to jump at exactly the right time and grab onto the exit passage. He jumped and grabbed onto the ledge of the gate as the entirety of the reactor core revolved around him. The sparks of energy at the tip of the spires began to glow brighter and brighter. With the last of his strength, he heaved himself through the gate and clambered onto the ladder, shutting the gate behind him and spinning the wheel as quickly as he could master. Just as the gate locked, the ship hummed back to life. Power is back! He heard the satisfying thumping of the Sunrider's AA guns as they woke from their slumber. Grinning with triumph, Shields climbed up the ladder and grabbed onto Ikari's hand. You did it! Overcome with joy, Ikari and Shields embraced. Shields suddenly realized what he was doing, pulled himself off the mercenary. Yeah. Good job, the fix, Ikari. You too, Captain. What? It's not like I hacked you because I like you or anything. I was just relieved, that's all. Their celebration was abruptly cut short with the Marines again. This piece of... Okay, that can we skip because this piece of crap appeared and this scene really pissed me off before. And I'm pissed at her again and I will kill her if there will be a possibility. Again. I already shoot her with a sniper rifle and I will do that again if there will be a need to do that, okay? I will not hesitate at all. Coming from around past, been hitting prototype. What do you know about the Nightmare Ascendant? Ancient Ruvian rider used by Charmander, who vanished a minute ago. Defeating it was busy, but if you stick with Winavlit, it'll go down like anything else. But be careful, the product leader replied, think it comes back just like a second, so I see. The only way we were going to down was yeah, like prototype would actually tell you. Yeah. Captain, we must consider the risk. Prepare to mindstream. Oh my god, you are so stupid. I will fucking hit you in the face in a second. Seriously. I wouldn't hesitate and would hit him in the face. This was... Okay, full captain found failure. Enough! Allow our chief, commander, to think my friends. Okay, now he's talking bullshit again. Wait, something is different. There's no hope, ever convincing. Just then, hear Hikari's voice in the com. Saka's got berserk. Oh, Captain, what are we supposed to do? Are we actually gonna shut her down? Shit, I almost forgot about this event. During the battle, Asaka goes berserk from Ayuki 20 times and tries to get Shigar. But can we use this to our advantage? No, we can't use it to take Shigar out on the liberty. Sanka's attempt on him fails when Claude stops using the Bianca's graph gun. But Hikari could use this opportunity to... Of course, this is our chance to disable the library while everyone's distracted by Saga. I know what's going on. What's wrong with Saga? Temporary insanity. Due to mental excursion. She's been utilizing too many vacuums during the battle. At this rate, she's going to kill Shigara. And this is a good idea. In a fit of jealous paranoia. Put me through the blackjack. Saga, what's wrong? Sorry, Captain. But you're being tricked. I'm doing this for the good of the ship. She's the traitor! The blackjack is unsecured for the liberty. What? Even you? Saga, listen to me. I don't know what you're being told, but that's only a faulty lie spread by the prototypes to get us to doubt each other. Defend our liberty. Shigar's the only hope we have to win this battle, and this is bullshit! No, I can sense it. She's definitely... I've got to stop her. The blackjack has cut the channel. Shit. Yes! Moving the Phoenix to intercept the blackjack. I'm in charge here. But he's got the point. Asaga's coming fast. Shh, do what he says. Copy! Captain, I have the lock on blackjack cockpit. I should take full responsibility. Every single pair of eyes on the bridge focus on the blackjack as it sped towards liberty. This is it, the decisive moment. I can only maintain a lock for 4 more seconds. 2. Shh. Pull the... Just like in Shield's time, Bianca maneuvered in front of Liberty at the very last second and overloaded its grav gun, forming a massive gravity eddy. Caught in the current, the blackjack spooned past the Bianca, almost clipping its shoulder guns against the Bianca. Under the massive strain of moving the blackjack, the Bianca's grav gun exploded in a blossom of blue sparks, causing the entire rider to lose power. It rotated powerlessly through space. What the? Claude, what are you alright? Yeah, Captain. Not sure about the Bianca, though. What are you doing? Now listen to me and listen to me good. There isn't a girl aboard the Sun who likes how things turned out. As for me, who's loved the Captain more than any one of you. Just how do you think the poor Claude feels? Completely forgotten by everyone. I remember the standard speech for Claude, getting gunned down like, oh well, I guess she'll be fine. Just then, an entirely different voice interrupted Claude's big moment. Sorry, Claude, but I'm gonna have to cut the chase here. I think it's the cloaked. Now seconds away from reaching the Liberty. What? Phoenix, what are you? Sorry about this, Camp, but I decided to side with your other version. Now let's get future saved! The Phoenix swooped down with its katana drawn, surgically moving the Liberty's ECM dishes, but leaving all of its other essential systems untouched. What? End of the line, piece of crap. Or should I say prototype, piece of crap. Shh! You! The other shields grabbed Shields by the scruff of the throat and lifted him to his feet. "You planned this!" For a moment they faced off against each other in front of the bridge, their backs illuminated by the giant main monitor, man to man. Shields gritted his teeth. It's over. Without the AC dishes, Shigara won't be able to enter the mind stream. Now look at her! This is the reality. What? She's menacing laughter echoed through the bridge. You did well, Shields! I don't know how we managed to loop through time to get here, but I'm guessing that Wanderer had something to do with this. The Nightmare Ascendant appeared beside Liberty. Captain, new transfer coming from the Ascendant. Put it on screen. Heh. But it's still too late. Thanks to the Chief shutting down your ship, you couldn't get the warning sent to Fontana's fleet in time. You'll be dead by my hands long before these ships arrive to save you. With both her and her simultaneously on the screen, everyone could see that their lips were synced as they spoke together, their voices intermixed. The other shields looked on in horrified disbelief. You piece of crap! What have you done to us? Exactly. Done? She's been under my control ever since she joined the ship. Everything was done so that we could control you, and how easy it was to convince you that this little loved you. We had you eating out your hands practically your entire voyage. Told you she was under control the whole time. I just fucking knew it. And by that I mean there was no real Shigara at all. I knew it. She was always the bad person. If the Wanderer had referred, I would have. The other shield's eyes twitched. Then I've been all this time. Everyone was for her. Open your eyes, Shields. I'm you from the future. I've come to warn you about Shigara, that little piece of junk, rubbish. Impossible. The other shield held himself against the catacomb map. If I can spark and guide more, I'll just have to be satisfied with seeing the look on your face when your ship sinks. The Nightmare Ascendants, Flyer, Dawns, detached and screamed towards the Sunrider. Captain! I'm taking command. Return fire! Aye aye! Get in contact with Fontana. How much longer till his ships are functional? Holy! The Blackjack sprang back into action and sprayed fire on the drones as they whizzed past. You see? I told you guys that Shigara was up to no good. Didn't you think that you guys would actually believe in me, fella? Hey, you have our new captain to thank for that. Claude, how are things over there? I finished restoring power to the bank, but the grav guns shot for. Yeah, aside from that, it looks like I wanted to do something really interesting. Shields gripped the tactical map as the Sunrider took fire. The sentence defense are too good. Without that little piece of crap ECM, nothing we have's gonna get through. Shh! My ships are still operational. It could be still another 20 minutes. You're gonna have to hurry it up! And nearby Alliance cruiser took a hit through its central tower from a flyer drone's laser and began to list towards the Sunrider. Hard to port! Everyone braced themselves as the Sun narrowly avoided colliding with the crippled cruiser. We might all be dead in 10 minutes. The Sunrider side thrusters stopped firing, allowing everyone to regain their footing. Seraphim locked on, dispensing fire! Pathetic! Alice's eyes ignited in a blue fireball as Sola rained down judgment. The Ascendant swung its sword and deflected each of Sola's rounds. As long as my ran's ghost courses through my veins, I'm invincible! Shh! Defiler! The Ascendant returned fire, suppressing the Seraphim. Sola hit the thrusters, narrowly avoiding getting sliced by particle fire. Yeah! Ikari used the opening to launch at the Ascendant's reactor cores on its back, but the Ascendant spun and met the Phoenix's katana with its great sword. Heh! The Ascendant showed the Phoenix away as if it was but a child. With another swing, their blades met. Ikari's eyes widened when the Phoenix's katana shattered like glass against the Ascendant's blade. Shit! The Phoenix dived, narrowly avoiding getting sliced in half. I'm your opponent, yeah? The Paladin's sword inbound and slacked round after round of black iron from its back-mounted cannons. The Ascendant spun, dodging the rounds, and then lazily slid the last round as if it to just show off its prowess? 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 Its prowess? Okay. We're gonna need options, Cap. That's things not gonna go down easy. Okay, Asaga goes into action. As if to answer Ikari's call, Asaga appeared, both eyes blazing with light. You're not the Shar! The Blackjack and the Ascendant met. Shields racked his head for a way to take the Ascendant down. Shit, last time I had all of Fontana's ships helping me out. The combined fleets are already stretched thin as it is against the rest of the pack, the lowest fleet. The Sunrider's come cracked to life. This is the Syria Underground Resistance! We've got our hands on some ground bounds and are ready to assist! The Resistance? Before he could respond, a swarm of 20 gunboats passed past the Sunrider and sprayed fire on the Ascendant. Peh, mere flies. We'll distract her, hit her with everything you've got! Load all torpedo tubes! Sir! Everyone hit the Ascendant with everything you've got! Understood! All of the Sunrider riders loosed ordnance of the Ascendant, revolving in a circle around it. The gunboats trapped the Ascendant, unleashing a torrent of lead as they flew by. For a moment the Ascendant was completely enveloped in fire, as round after round of almost struck it without pause. Fire! Quantum torpedoes! A pair of torpedoes came from the belly of the ship and made their way to Ascendant. Shields held his breath as they slowly cut through the battlefield. You know, you should use something else. You know, the most powerful weapon in the universe? Not universe, but on our ship at least. Both pairs struck home, blossoming into two micro-black holes. Sparks of energy shot from where the Ascendant once stood, as everything nearby was crushed when the warheads detonated. Did that get it? You just triggered a flag. Shield scope flickered out when the Ascendant emerged, completely untouched. Ha! You thought it just would affect the Nightmare Ascendant? Shit. Nah, witness despair! The Ascendant's shoulder missile racks opened, spreading a tidal wave of fire from the Acker's mech. Shield's grip onto the tactical table as the Sunrider shook. The entire space around the ship was transported in the sea of fire as each missile split into more missiles and detonated. The Syrian gunboats were nearly as well armored as the Sunrider. Shields looked and helplessly as all 20 heroic gunboats instantly melted away. Their systems exploded one by one, and they spun widely out of control and eventually vanished into twisted debris. No. The Ascendant fired its particle gun, catching the Seraphim's rifle. The rifle and the Seraphim's backup reactors burst, sending it spiraling out of control. Solar! You've still fetched it! All your friends will still die! Because the Napa Ascendant is indestructible! Like how it is! The Blackjack rushed towards the Ascendant. The Ascendant swung its sword quicker than a human eye could perceive. Asaga looked in disbelief as the Blackjack shoulder particle guns flew away, sliced clean from the rider's body. Before the Blackjack could move, the Ascendant gripped its head with its clawed gauntlets. How does it feel to be defeated, Charfrubia? You'll never awaken to the fullest extent I have unless you have trusted through despair. You couldn't even call me human anymore. Actually, I was never human to begin with. I was a monster from the instant I was born, and that's all as well. You've tasted it. What lies at the end of your awakenings? Shut up! The Ascendant threw the Blackjack away, detaching its headpiece in the process. Asaga's cockpit went dark as all of the onboard optics failed. No! Is it really hopeless? Just then a squad of 12 Alliance battleships appeared from all directions, completely surrounding the Ascendant. The old Geezer appeared! Late again! Seriously, Geezer! Could you be any more annoying? Yeah, late appearance? Go! Ask yourself! What happened? Seriously, man. I don't know what is wrong with this guy, but he's freaking annoying. Really. I don't know, your wheelchair wasn't oiled? Or what? Seriously, where people needed to oil it so you can move? Whatever. Nero. Addison sneered hungry at the newest entries. Useless. Swarm of Alliance infantry riders approaching 12 columns, surrounding the Ascendant. The Ascendant's reactors glowed bright red as all three reactors fed maximum power to the particle gun. A torrent of crimson depth shot from the particle gun, sparing infantry after infantry, the beam never losing strength, no matter the distance or number of riders maimed. The Ascendant swung the gun to an arc, sparing hundreds of enemy riders, and splitting an Alliance battleship into halves. Their shields stood wordlessly as over 100 Alliance riders and the battleship fell in a heartbeat. The Machiavellis opened fire using their main ray guns, but the Ascendant namely dodged each shot. It was bombed again and again with missiles, but each explosion bounced harmlessly off its armor. With another swing of its party gun, 100 more riders and 2 more battleships vanished. No. Phoenix rising from the ashes! The Phoenix launched from the hangar with a new katana and flew to the Ascendant. Ikari. It's been a wild ride, Cap, but someone's gotta save all our asses. Yeah! Sweat poured down Shield's back, drenching his uniform, as Ikari made her one-woman charge towards the Ascendant. The Phoenix drew both blades as shot towards its maximum speed. And this is the end. The Ascendant took off great sword in hand and flew towards the Phoenix at even greater speed. Shields could only stand as the two riders screamed towards each other, blades at the ready. One cut! One kill! The two riders flew past each other, their blades moving quicker than anyone could see. For a moment, silence fell on the battlefield as both riders came to a stop. The Phoenix wing thrusters broke apart and one of its legs exploded. The Ascendant turned around, completely unharmed, and slowly flew towards the Phoenix. Now do you see? The Ascendant is immortal! It's God! It raised its sword to deliver the Cable Grace, but was tackled away by the Paladin. Hoo-yah! Soldier boy! I'll not let you harm the mercenary! No, don't you? A war does not fear death when her comrades are in danger! Now face me, worm! The Paladin banged its rifle against its shield and faced the Ascendant. What's a slow rider like that gonna do against the Ascendant? The Paladin took cover behind his shield as the Ascendant swung its sword downwards, only to have its shield be split in half. No! Shh! The Paladin stuck its rifle into where the Ascendant's cockpit block was located and unloaded at point-blank range. All it received for its efforts was a kick to its gut after the rifle's rounds bounced harmlessly off the Ascendant's armor. Now say goodbye to the friend! The Ascendant raised its sword over the Paladin. Kriska! The Phoenix attempted to fly to the Paladin's aid, but its remaining wing thrusters blew and sputtered to death. No, it can't end like this. Don't worry about a thing. And last words? A soldier's death is nothing to be ashamed of. Good words, as spoken from a loyal soldier of the Lion's Fleet. Now meet your end! The Ascendant swung its sword down the Paladin's cockpit block, but was caught off guard when it was hit with a kinetic slug which bounced off its head. The Ascendant unintentionally gave Kriska a momentary reprieve as it sought to find the source of the insult. What manner of imbecile dares interrupt? The Bianca stood alone, only a shotgun at its side, its grav gun completely busted. You! I may be good for nothing but comic relief, but today, Claude will stop you! Yeah! Without your powers you are nothing! And you can't use them right now, can you? Not without Elsa ending history as we know it! That may be so, but I'll stop! I will still stop you! There is nothing in our arsenal which can match that God. God? Psst! Other Claude, are you there? Yeah, just then a second Claude materialized beside Shields. Yeah, Interstellar Goddess Claude, real at your service. I thought you couldn't show yourself in front of other self. Oh, sorry, that was actually a lie. I just wanted to avoid any situation where I might be forced to use my powers to directly change the timeline. Well, I need you to use your powers now. That's honestly the one way we're gonna take the nightmare down. Captain, how many times must I warn you? The consequences of reckless use of my powers are too dire for most human brains to ever comprehend. Look here, I can get away with just one or two universes collapsing if I get someone else to do the dirty work for me. But if I were to directly cause a time paradox using the temporal manipulator... I guess not even I know what would happen. Look, this is an emergency. If you don't do something, everyone's going to die here. Just then the Ascendant shot the Bianca's already damaged grav gun off with its party gun, toying with it. Yeah. I think I make your death slow. Look, your other self is gonna die too. Won't that cause problems for you too? Don't worry too much. I'm sure she'll be fine. A little explosion at the pressurization's kind of holds the heart by now. Shield put his hand on Claude's shoulders. Claude, I'm begging you. I can't watch everyone die again. Not when I've come this far. Please. He knelt down to his knees and dug his nose into the floor, truly desperate. Goddess, please save us from defeat. He put his hands together in prayer. Please bring us victory. Save my crew. And save my girls. I'll do anything. Anything. Mo. If you put it like that, I guess. Claude awkwardly laughed. Alright, but I'm actually not the one you need to convince here. It's that one. She pointed towards the other Claude, desperately fighting against the nightmare ascendant Bianca. Open the channel with her and just tell her this. Claude whispered a few words into Shield's ears. Is she? Just say that secret phrase, and voila! Everyone will be saved. Holy shit. But to actually do this could truly be the end. I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to do this. Yeah? Shields put his hand on the console and opened the channel with Bianca. Claude, this is Kato. Captain! I'm sorry, I'm kind of busy. I've got something really important to tell you. You've got to defeat the Nightmare Ascendant. Because when you get back, we are gonna fuck all night! The entire bridge crew nearly collapsed in dismay. Arva faced him while gripping a speaker phone in her hand in the middle of coordinating damage control efforts. The speaker phone shattered in her grip. The protestation of the other girls flooded the channel. What the hell is this, Captain? You idiot! I can't believe you actually make a joke like that right now. Disgraceful. Captain, that violated so many protocols. But soon another voice flooded out all the protests. As you command, Captain! Claude, she's gonna do it. Today's God is different. What? But... sorry, but my man says I'm taking you out. Shh. For the first time during the battle, fear appeared in Alice's eyes. Fear that she was now facing an opponent far greater than even the Ascendant. The Ascendant raised its particle rifle and opened fire on the Bianca. However, the Bianca dematerialized before the particles reached. Before anyone even knew what happened, it materialized behind the Ascendant. Shots rang out of its shotgun quicker than an assault rifle. Everyone stared in disbelief as the shotgun dispensed slug after slug quicker than a minigun with no signs of strain or overheating. The Ascendant spun and sliced the space where the Bianca occupied with its sword, but it once again vanished and rematerialized, this time in front. More slugs sprayed from Bianca's shotgun in a massive brrrr. Alice swung the Ascendant's blade around wildly, but from Claude's perspective, the blade moved slower than a sloth. In fact, she was firing her shotgun at its natural pace, but from everyone else's perspective, it appeared as if everything was happening 1,000 times quicker. God or not, the slugs still cannot penetrate my armor. I hope you're not thinking this is the only thing I can do. It's only a second Bianca appeared. The two of them blinked in and out around the Ascendant, spraying it with lead. What? Impo! The clone was merely a precursor to what was to come. A stream of Biancas emerged around and surrounded the Ascendant. Oh shoot. Tens, hundreds of Biancas materialized and circled on the Ascendant, spraying with a stream of lead. Stopping and slowing down there at times not the only thing I can do, you know. I can also jump backwards to create an unlimited amount of copies of myself. Is it time we put an end to this show? All the Biancas activated their grab guns. By the way, I spent the past month repairing my grab gun. Of course nobody else noticed because time was frozen for everyone during that entire span. The Nightmare Ascendant froze in place, its limbs outstretched, as they were pulled apart by the strength of 100 Biancas. You monster! Isn't it a little hypocritical for you to be calling me that? Now, it's over. An enormous time reef opened above the Ascendant. A massive chunk of molten rock flew out, directed by the gravity eddies of 1,000 Biancas. The cheerful chanting of 1,000 Claudes echoed through the channel as they heaved the molten mountain towards the Ascendant. They sent it hurtling towards the Nightmare Ascendant. Alice could only stammer in panic as the massive mountain of magma headed towards her. Wait, what? No! You can't, if you do this, the Spice Count will... Meh, you certainly do have a point about that. Ah well, who cares about a boring thing like that? That just means I can have the captain all to myself. You're insane! The pot of called the kettle back. The nightmare suddenly vanished in a bright flash of light as it smashed against the molten rock and sunk deep within its core. Even if it somehow survived within, it would be encrusted in solid stone once the asteroid cooled. It was a burial mound from which Alice could never emerge. Schultz and the entire bridge crew stared in disbelief. They had just witnessed something beyond the comprehension of humans. Yep. Just then the entire universe began to fade to white. Oops, can't let this happen too soon! So soon! Schultz's consciousness faded as his world unraveled. Was this the right decision? I have no idea what's going to happen now. The universe, as we know it, will cease to exist. Ooh! And, well, I guess she's prepared already for what we screamed to her. Claude emerges beside Shields in the great white nothingness, as naked as when she was born. Suddenly he realized he was stark naked as well. What? Yeah, what happened? Well, it's just as I warned you. My victory over the nightmare ascendant triggered a massive time paradox, the likes of which the law of causality has never seen, as if I were to explain it as simple as possible. Time paradox caused by regular actions cause the local universes to collapse, and then get recreated without the paradox. Unfortunately, the paradox caused while I'm in the middle of using my time device is quite a different matter. In the latter case, the paradox will propagate through all of space-time via the open dive device and cause the entire space-time continuum to collapse. So far I've been dragging time and causing small-scale paradoxes to delay certain universes and remake new ones with better outcomes. You can consider myself a demolition woman who travels through time and blows up unwanted realities while leaving the good realities untouched. Unfortunately, this latest demolition didn't quite go as planned. Instead of blowing up just a single building, you could say I accidentally blew up the entire universe. Well, this is why relying on my powers to magically fix problems is a bad idea. Captain, didn't I warn you about this already? Yeah, that sounds bad. Like, really bad. But the only reason why you went along with it is because there's a way to fix it, right? I guess you could say that. Don't worry, Claude's come up with a brilliant plan to prevent the end of the existence as we know it. Here is my prediction what her plan will be. Sex all day, all night with her, and then kids will be born. A lot of kids. Mountain of kids. And yeah, that's how the new universe will be created. I'm sure that's her idea. She's gingerly grimaced as Claude's hands wandered between his legs, all the while explaining with a carefree grin that the very fabric of reality was splitting apart at the seams. And that would be... First, isn't it time for the captain to live up to his side of the bargain? No, Claude's confidence is sinking. To think she would bear all in front of the captain, he wouldn't even bother to take a few polite squeezes. Fan service is the only thing poor old Claude has going for her. You can't take that away too. Oh, you can't just tell me the space-time continuum is going to collapse and expect me to stay calm. Captain, do you trust me? Trust. Do you believe that Claude can fix this? Can you count on Claude's word? Well, yeah. I trust your word. You've always been a member of my family. And honestly, I have you to thank for even getting the chance to do over my past. If you hadn't been here, then I would have just had to live with letting the Liberation Day, Massacre Day, happen. I owe you my life. If you hadn't used your power, then we would certainly all be dead. So yeah, I trust you, Claude. Captain, my heart flutters at your words of appreciation. Truly the efforts it is pure and innocent made and have paid off. Yeah, pure and innocent. Pure maiden, yeah. Exactly my thoughts. You're thinking bad thoughts about your patron goddess, aren't you? She sighed as Claude playfully twisted and jerked his equipment. Pure, innocent. Listen, if you expect me to believe that, I would suggest you get your hands off my balls first. Yeah, I can't help it. You're floating back naked in front of me after all. Oh, Captain, that magnificent laugh, the impressive girth, truly you possess the canon rod of the stars. These words are freaking funny, actually. Shields let out a breath, but for some reason he felt inclined to believe Claude had a way out of this latest mess. So, what is this place anyways? Claude wrapped her fingers around him and continued her work as she lazily explained the situation. A little pocket of subspace, I reserved for some alone time. I've frozen time everywhere else, so you don't have to worry about the universe unraveling for now. We could literally make love here for the rest of eternity if that's what you want. In fact, the space-time continuum will be safe if I just hold time forever while we populate this realm with our offspring. I knew it, but that would just cause a whole new set of issues. I guess you'd want to venture off and save everyone again, for I guess that's just a part of who you are. By the way, I've always liked that part about you, Captain. So seriously, tell me how we're gonna fix this. Oh, impatient men aren't popular with the girls. Claude bent down and gave the tip of his now rock-hard rod a kiss. Your words are all business, but I see your body is ready. She wrapped her lips around it and gave it a suck. Ignoring the fact that he was floating in subspace with the space-time continuum about to collapse, he would say that Claude definitely appeared ready and able to deliver an exquisite blowjob. But that was clearly neither here or there. Claude, this is hardly... Relax, Captain, relax. I'll send you off on your little mission to save existence as we know it soon enough. But right now, it's time for you to serve your goddess. I'm not gonna use my god powers for any schmuck. Only the faithful shall receive. He pulled himself up. Alright, that's only assuming that there isn't tonight. So, what's the big plan to save the day? You had to ruin the mood. Oh well. With a snap of her finger, the camel Claude's face vanished. By now, such tricks didn't even make Shields flinch. Were you hoping that I would keep the command? Or perhaps swap it off with my fingers and put it in my mouth? No. Anyways, here, you will need this. A small stopwatch materialized in Claude's palm. She handed it to Shields. Ta-da! I present you TikTok version 3.0, your key to become a Time Lord. Yes! Becoming a Time Lord? That's freaking awesome. I like this idea. What? It's just simple use. You see the gear running across the outside of the device? Rotate clockwise to speed things up, or counterclockwise to slow things down, and then put things in reverse. You mean this tiny thing is the time device? Of course not, Captain. The real deal is hidden away somewhere in subspace, where nobody would ever find it. This little gadget is simply remote control. Of course the time device can be used for a lot of other applications aside from just fast forwarding and rewinding time, but just this should be enough for a beginner. Once you've got the hang of it, you'll figure out all the other tricks eventually. Why are you giving this to me? To travel back in time to prevent the paradox from occurring, of course. Meanwhile, Claude will stay here and keep this universe frozen so that the paradox doesn't spread to the others. Wait a minute. Who knows how long it will take for me to do that? I can't just leave you here. Oh, Captain, did you forget that you're a time traveler now? It doesn't matter if your mission takes a day, a month, a year, or even a century. After you're done, just jump back to this time frame and pick me back up. From my point of view, we just have been gone for a few seconds, even if years may have gone by from your point of view. Oh, right. I guess I can do that now. He wrapped his fingers around the time device. Any hints as to how to prevent the paradox? Fret not, everything's in your hands from this point on. I'm sure we'll be able to figure out the rest. After all, you're practically playing in God mode if you can't control the flow of time. God damn it! If something goes wrong, just rewind time. Or leap to another universe. I'm sure you'll do fine. Something tells me this isn't going to be as easy as Claude suggesting. But I don't have a choice. This is the only way to prevent all of existence from ending. Oh, one more thing. If you run into myself, you'll take good care of her, right? Yeah, of course. Aspects for a captain. Taking responsibility is a man's duty. Good luck with your mission, sir! With another snap of her finger, their clothes reappeared. Alright, don't worry, I'll be back in a flash. Probably. Claude leaned in and pressed her lips against his. That's one for luck. Yeah. She's reached for their mode. Then, I'll be seeing you. Claude smiled. Here comes today's Claude lucky day! With a grin, he spun in counterclockwise. God damn it. Holy crap! The best ending! Definitely the best ending. Oh man. First thing I would actually do is jump back in time so far to know what happened to Sola actually. Really. And later I would go to the future? Well, actually also to the past, but to the future of the past? Whatever. The main thing would be to not take that little piece of crap on board. And another thing would be to jump to the future to see who the heck is that mysterious pilot of the rider we don't know. And that music is also once again I must say this music is awesome. Nearly a decade had passed since he became a time traveler, and Shields was still no closer to resolving the paradox. The past proved far more difficult to change than anticipated, as Shields soon realized that while he could use his powers to observe and manipulate others into acting for him, he would not take matters into his own hands without risking tearing the fabric of reality a second time. He finally understood the wave of Claude's awesome power. He was near omnipotent, able to observe anything, move anywhere, and do anything. But yet, every use of his power had to be carefully planned out, or he would bring about certain doom, not only for himself, but all life as he knew it. After nearly a decade of research, he had finally devised a plan to avert the end of existence. But first, he needed a partner who understood the nature of time travel, but who was not a time god herself. Yet, he had traveled through millennia of history in search for her. He had dug into top-secret Ruvian archives and manipulated technologists who wielded powers beyond what his past self could even have imagined. But the Shields of today was different. He was, for all intents and purposes, immortal and timeless. He existed everywhere, and yet existed nowhere. Even the most powerful of the shards were mere toddlers in his eyes, playing around with toys. His research had led him to a derelict space station in the edges of the Ruvian Empire, nearly 3000 years before Shield's former time. He materialized inside and came upon an old dusty lab. A woman's voice cried out. "Who's there?" Shields emerged from the shadows. "Kato Shields, I have come from the future. Claude Trileo, I need your help." Holy crap. Congratulations, you just got the best ending in the game. Okay, I must agree with that actually. That was freaking the best ending. Claude, you thought you were on the Ikari route? No! Captain, you're the worst! Okay, I love Ikari the most, that's true, but this ending was the best. In terms of story. Doing this and that to poor old Claude, and then just throwing her away the instant you're finished with her. Huh, I'm not going to give you any more things. You're sorry? You'll definitely play me my route first in the next game? Yeah, I knew it would be reasonable, Captain. Well, I guess I can give away this much. If you want to see a different outcome, find a way to interrupt Alice before she takes over that little piece of crap's body for the first time during the kidnapping attempt. That's all the help I'm going to give. Good luck, Captain. Alright. Let's have a look at our completions of the game. A saga alternative end and happy end. A saga normal end also. Ava, happy and normal. Yes, and normal. Then Claude secret end and Ikari happy end. What else is waiting? Sola's endings and bad endings. Still not sure if I want to show the bad endings as well. Well, it might be a good idea after all, because I think that's how I did with something before. Alright, for now, let's end the episode here. We have 7 endings completed, which stands for 38% of the game. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what the endings for Sola will look like. And not really looking forward to how the bad endings look like. Obviously because I don't like bad endings, but never mind that. Alright, Claude's secret ending, the Time Lord. Pretty cool thing. God damn it. You know what's pretty cool? Actually not pretty cool, but with how it's done in here, you could basically create so many games to continue with this. I mean, you can continue from each ending after all somehow, right? I guess from at least from happy endings, because Asaga's normal end. No, sorry, Asaga. I don't remember if it was normal or I think it was normal or alternative. I don't remember the one that didn't really end that well. But with that, it would be hard to continue the story, but it might be possible. However, with others, damn. Alright, I'm really looking forward how this will be done by Love in Space. So, alright. Once again, hope you enjoyed it. And this time for sure the end words. So, see you in the next episode. Bye bye.